Hey guys, it's Ethan from Vapours Canada. Today we are talking about the new Caliburn AK2. AK2 is the new Caliburn Coco. I'm not sure why they called it the AK2. You can just call it the Coco 2. Not sure. Probably just because it's supposed to be an offshoot of the Caliburn A2, and the K probably stands for Coco. So, Caliburn AK2. The third Coco, yeah, it's the third Coco now. The first Coco was really good. I enjoyed it. Coco Prime, not so much. I don't. My problem with the Caliburn G and the Coco Prime, after they followed that up with from the original Caliburn and the original Coco, was they tried to change too much. The reason why the original Caliburn and the original Coco worked so well is because of how basic it was. People liked it. They worked. They didn't break. Okay. They kind of tried to add too much to the Caliburn G and the Coco Prime in the sense of changing the body, changing the pod layout, even changing the mouthpiece. People still liked it. The Caliburn G and the Coco Prime are still good devices, but strictly from a industry standpoint, don't fix it if it ain't broke. They tried to move too many things around. They tried to add too many things. So with the AK2 and the Caliburn A2, they've gone back to kind of the roots of the Caliburn design. The A2 is a lot more of a follow-up to the original Caliburn. The AK2 is a lot more of a follow-up to the original Coco than the past two previous. So we'll dive down, we'll take a look. I'll let you guys know what I like about it. Maybe if there's anything I don't like about it, I'll let you know as well. And then we'll bring it back on top and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right, guys, so we're in the up and close now with the Caliburn AK2 Coco, the third version of the Coco. So we'll go ahead and we'll open it up. Kind of normal UWELL packaging that you see here. It seems they've gotten rid of the lid though, that box that you would pull off of here. Now it's just a sleeve. I just kind of like that better. Those boxes sometimes were a little bit difficult to get open, especially with those tamper seals that were on the back here. You'd always have to cut that with a pair of scissors or something. So then we'll go ahead and pop this out. Just the normal stuff that we usually see here. Jeez, that's difficult to get out. Whew. So you got all your literature, user manual, battery safety, all that kind of stuff, right? Warranty card, yada, 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 the normal stuff we see. So Caliburn AK2. So we'll go ahead and pop this guy out. It's a good size. It feels, well, it's definitely thinner than the Coco Prime. The Coco Prime was a little big. I feel like people, when they go for these Cocos, they're going for compact. Not necessarily as they do with the Caliburn. I mean, the Caliburn is quite compact, but these Cocos are very discreet, as you can see. Pod just comes right out like so. This is the same pod that is compatible with the Caliburn A2. The 0.9 as of today is still the only one that they have. Fill method's the same as all the Caliburns. We just pop that top off right there. Now, if you're in Canada, you're gonna have the CRC version of this guy. It does not have just an open hole. It has the actual little red spring-loaded mechanism there. Nozzle bottle goes in, we push down, and then we fill up. Unfortunately, you cannot get any juice out of these pods if you need to. That, again, is just CRC if you're in Canada, okay? So, a little bit of a hole here for the lanyard. I'm sure you got a lanyard in there as well. So that's what that little hook there is for. One of the things that they added with the A2s and the AK2s is this little juice window, which, even though it may seem like a very minuscule thing, is very important to a lot of people. Because the amount of people who will vape these pods till they're dry and not know that they're empty, there's a lot of them. So this juice window allows you to see your juice level now. You can see when your pod's starting to get low, and you can go ahead and top that up. As the same as most of the other Cocos, there is no fire button. There is no on-off button. It is just draw activated. So when we want to use it, we would just simply take a puff on it. You don't have to turn it off. You don't have to turn it on. Nothing like that. They're extremely plug and play. It seems you got a little LED indicator on the side here, very small. And then on the bottom we have USB Type-C charging. Fantastic. Type-C is going to fit in both ways, and it is going to charge the device a little faster than a micro USB normally would. We'll put that to the side, see what's in here. So in here we probably have an extra pod, that lanyard as well. Silica gel, don't eat that. And then we've got, yeah, charging cable for USB-C if you don't have one. Extra pod. What else is in here? Is it two different types of lanyards? No. And then kind of like a rubber lanyard as well. So that lanyard would just go right into that kind of hook there for you, and then you can wear your cocoa around your neck if you so please. That's about all there is to it though, guys. It's extremely plug and play. When you get this to set it up, it's literally just pop the cap off, fill up your pod, put the pod back in, let it prime for about 10 minutes, so don't use it. Let the pod sit full of juice for about 10 minutes, and you're good to go. That's it. From here, it's just replacing pods. When the pod burns out, throw it away, fill up a new one. And that's it. That's why these cocos and these Caliburns are so popular, is they're extremely plug and play. There's nothing to it. You fill it up and you're good to go. So let's go back on top. I'll give you guys my thoughts. We'll give it a vape and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so we're back up top with the Caliburn Cocoa Caliburn AK2. It's Caliburn Cocoa. Caliburn Cocoa AK2, whatever you want to call it. 0.9 ohm pod. Like I said, no on-off button, no fire button, nothing. We filled the pod up, a little bit of Apollo Salt Gods. We've let it prime for about 10 minutes, okay? Now it's good to pop that pod in there and we can use it. If you want to speed up the priming process, you can fill up the pod and do what we call dry hauls, so you can just take a few dry hauls on it. Make sure the pod is out of the device. This is an auto draw device. We want to make sure the pod's out. Take a few pulls on it. Now we only have to do that when it's a brand new pod, when we're filling out for the first time, just to kind of get the juice soaked into that coil in there, okay? So I have actually not used one of these yet. I haven't tried one yet. This is going to be the very first time I try one. I haven't tried a Caliburn A2. This is the AK2. I haven't tried the Caliburn A2. So I haven't tried these 0.9 pods. I haven't really heard much about them. So this is going to be honest first time giving it a try, okay? Caliburn AK2, here we go. Okay. I've been using disposables a lot lately. So our salt nic, we only do in 20 milligrams, but we use a different type of salt nicotine than most people. So our salt nic tends to hit a little bit harder. So that was a little bit of a shock. That's why you saw me get a little, whoa. It's a good draw though. It's extremely, the auto draw on this is pretty instant. Like you can just take a little, like it's very touchy, which is a good thing. We want it to be. The 0.9 pod is good. It's not overpowering, but it's not light. It's not like coming through super hot either. Being at a 0.9, I feel like it's probably gonna last a little bit longer than something at a 0.8. It's not gonna be running as high of a wattage. So you probably get a good little bit of longevity out of that. Again, one of the more minuscule things about it, that juice window, that's a good thing, man. People are gonna be able to actually see their juice level now, and if it's starting to run low, top it up. Not gonna burn out coils because you're taking a puff on an empty pod, right? Let's give this another shot. Caliburn AK2. It's good. I mean, it's UWELL. It's a UWELL Cocoa. It's good. It's a good device. There's not much more to say about it. It's a good size. It's a hell of a lot better looking than the Cocoa Prime. The Cocoa Prime I wasn't a fan of. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of the pod layout. I wasn't a fan of the way the device, the actual body of the device either. This goes back to those Caliburn roots. This is more of a follow-up to the original than the Prime was, than the Caliburn G was. So Caliburn AK2, available, vaporscanada.com, available at all the stores as well. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember how much they are. $34.99, I believe, $29.99. Very in that realm. These ones, for some reason, the Caliburn AK2 and the Caliburn A2 are coming in cheaper than the Caliburn G and the Caliburn Cocoa Prime, although our Cocoa Primes are on sale. So go take a look, vaporscanada.com, in all our stores. We'll catch you guys in the next video.